Hi, welcome back to Creative Digital Designs. And this video is going to be specific for teachers, how to make certificates or awards for your students. And it's going to be easy step-by-step tutorial for teachers. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we have a US letter landscape. And so when I went to Canva, all I did was type in certificate and I was able to get this sizing. The sizing is 11 by 8 by 5 and 8 by 5 inches. So once we have our blank, now you can go over here and you can type in award or certificate. And as you can see here, they already have a ton of templates. We have student star here. I'm a superstar. We have a certificate here. And once you select on a design, it will give you more options that are similar. So now we have a lot of designs that are tailored to kids and for you. So we're going to go ahead, hit add page, design, and we're going to add a few of these here. That way that you can edit a few designs in one thing, and then you can put these for different achievements for your students. Go here, and so we're going to go ahead and go back up here to this one. So depending on what grade level you're teaching, of course, what subject you're teaching, you can go ahead and change these elements and also what this award is for. You can also have your school logo on this as well. And so this font right here is, of course, your student font. We're going to go ahead and you could change it, keep it to Lazy Dog, or we have the Mini Play, which is kind of like the Disney. And you can type in school here to give you some school type fonts that you can change in here. Sophia Smith. A few options here. We have the dotted where they can trace it. We have the line right here. This is a cool one. Finger paint. So there is a few fonts that you can choose from. We're going to go back to here for right now. And then of course you can update the size by clicking right here, increase font. And you can of course edit your principal's name as well as your name and add a signature. So in order to just add a signature here, a digital signature, unless you can of course print them out and have them sign it, but to make it easier so you don't have to sign every one, we're going to go ahead and hit heading, and we're going to go back and we're just going to go and click handwriting, and this will give you cursive fonts, so you can go ahead and just put your name there, Mrs. Henry, and then you can just pick whichever cursive font that you want. Whichever one that you want that looks like a signature, and then we could just go ahead and make it smaller and bring it down back to the line. And you can do the same thing with your principals, of course getting their permission to do so, or if they have, so of course getting their permission to do so. And there you go. So we have that right there, and you can change the colors of these award right here. And again, you can change out these elements. You can also change the background color. Let's see here. If you wanted it to just be all white, or you can change it to match your school colors, make it green or whatever color you want to go ahead and add. And so yeah, you can always go back if you want to go back to the original. So this is one way to go ahead and edit. Like I said, you can go ahead and change it out. We're going to go over here to the elements, and let's say that this was for science class. We can go ahead and duplicate this and go ahead and hit see all, and we can go ahead and switch these out, make them a little bit smaller. You might keep the bright light there. These go with science right here. We'll remove this art one. Maybe put this right here. And then this red line around here is telling you that you're getting close to the print area. So you want to keep that in mind. And then maybe add one more here at the top. Add this right here. And then of course you can see you can change the colors as well. If you're trying to stay on a color scheme, you can make sure to click elements where you can edit the color. As you can see, this one you can, this one you can, this one you cannot. So you would change different elements if you're trying to stay with specific colors. And then of course right here, put what this award is for. Maybe it is for them accomplishing a specific lesson. Maybe it's for attendance. Maybe it's for behavior. Anything that you want to create this for, you can go ahead and edit this template. And you can do the same for each one of these. And go through, you can change these photos out. Again, you can edit the text. This particular thing has a background right here. So if you like how everything is, you can go ahead and just edit your text. So I'm going to show you how to be able to create these in bulk by uploading a file so that you don't have to type in every student's name for each one that you're creating. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. Okay, when you go on the side panel here, you should see bulk create, but if you don't, you can go ahead and hit apps and you can type in bulk create and it'll be this plus sign over here. Then next thing you're going to know is you're going to upload your data as a CSV file. If you already have a Google Sheets in here, you can go ahead and upload it from your Google Sheet directly in Canva, or your sheet, I should say, or you can enter the data manually. So we're going to go ahead and hit upload data. And I'm going to go ahead and upload this file that I created. And then we're going to go ahead and select. So the data will show up over here, depending on if you manually did it or if you uploaded it. And then you're going to go ahead and select the text and you're going to hit the three dots and you're going to go ahead and select connect data. And so this is going to be the first name. And we're going to hit the second. I went ahead and separated it because at first I did have it as one word. I duplicated it and put the text. And then if you are going to be doing this with a different font, just make sure that you do a different text box for each first and last name so that we can connect the data. Connect data, we're going to select the last name. And now we have the data fields here already selected. We're going to hit continue. And we have all of the names. Now we're going to select generate 15 designs and give it a second to do that. It says it's ready. We're going to hit view design. So now it is ready and it has everyone's name here. So I did want to point out, in order to avoid letters being cut off or on a second line, we want to make sure that before we hit bulk create, that we type in the longest name. So for this particular list, it would be Samantha Henderson. So that way everybody else will not have any issues. So I typed in Samantha Henderson. And then we're going to just tailor this down a little bit more. This is 79, so I'm going to go to 79. And we may need to make it a little bit smaller, just so it fits. And then again, you can change this font as well, because sometimes the font is the reason why. So we have 67. And we can keep it separated like this, or we can try to make it closer. So we may just keep it separated, or we can just go ahead and change the font to something else. Just a regular primary, and have the spacing like that. Not too close, make sure they are. And then we can go ahead. Then we're gonna go ahead and hit continue, generate 15 designs. And I took out all of those extra templates that I had in here because that caused an issue before. So now it created both versions of it. So we have the text with the lines, and we have it without. So it created it for each student, which that's cool. So it didn't do it perfectly as far as the sizing. So you may have to edit it a little bit, but at least you didn't have to type in every student's name and generate this. For this, maybe it might be easier if you just make it a little bit closer, and then that's it. Go ahead and lock this cloud so it doesn't move, and then highlight and group it, and that way you can move it together. Yeah, for some reason it made it bigger, but you can copy style and hit paste, and then you can make it the same thing quickly. And so this is how you will be able to bulk create. Make it smaller, hit copy style, paste, and then it will make it the same exact size. As you can see, it made the two different ones. So that's good to know also, because if you did, you would just need to put first and last name for both designs that you're creating, and it will create both designs for you at the same time. If you like this video, I appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what other videos you want me to create, subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a video, and have a great day.